first one, the one in orange color, is Jitter. Jitter. So it comes from maybe a Fusha word, qadr, but in Emirati Arabic, sometimes we change the q to j. So it becomes Jitter. Maybe you will hear other, like most of the Emiratis will say Jitter, but maybe some Emiratis they also will say Gidr. Gidr. So both is correct. At least this is very common in the Gulf. Jitter or Gidr. Okay, which is the cooking pot, which is the one in the below of the picture. Jitter. Now, if you know more adjectives, you can describe it more. So you can say it's big cook pot, or small pot, or hot pot, or cold pot. So like جدر كبير, جدر صغير, جدر بحار, جدر بارد. Don't touch the pot. لا تلمس الجدر. So that's why the more vocabulary you know, the more that you can express. تمام? The second one, the light brown, the light orange, فرن. فرن is the oven. فرن. And فرن, it's used with all type of Arabic. Like it comes from Fusha and we use it as it is. فرن. تمام? Then pan. Pan is مقلة. مقلة. Where you put egg, like for omelette, to fry things. Usually we call it pan, مقلة. تمام? Stove, usually the thing that you cook on it. So it comes from, I think it's an Urdu word, but maybe now after I open the comments you can correct me in this. Chula. Chula. Some people still they use فرن, but mainly most of the people they will say chula. Chula. Tamam? And the last one in below in red color is millas. Millas is the, you know, the big spoon that usually you take the food from the jitter to the plate. It's the big spoon. We call it millas. Millas. It has different names, like if it's liquid, for liquid then it's called مغرفة. But millas usually for the hard item like rice. Okay, millas. Tamam? Let's open the comments. Tamam? Do you have any question about that? Or is it clear? Yeah, then it is an Urdu word for chula. Great, but before you don't know that it's the same word that we use it in Emirati Arabic. Now you know. It's 2 in 1. انزين. Let's use another example. Now someone, I think Munir or Munzir, he said, I'm confused between the cooking pot and stove. So basically cooking pot, it's the, for example, where you want to cook the rice, you put the rice inside the pot. That one we call it jitter. Stove is the one that comes fire or electricity from it. The one that you cook food on it. Okay? So that one stove we call it chula. تمام؟ انزين. As I said, this lesson is mainly for upper intermediate to mid, from upper beginner to mid intermediate. Like if you don't know the word hungry, for example, it means you are total beginner. If you don't know that I'm thirsty, it means you are total beginner, which is okay. It's not bad, but you have a lot of resources available in YouTube. More than 200 videos I put for you to help you to learn more Emirati Arabic, so you don't become beginner anymore. Okay, so try to go and search there to know the meanings. I mean, as a teacher, usually we always have limited time with limited content, so we cannot drive our content to different topics. So we have to stick to the content. So, but if you want to add more vocabulary, please watch the videos in YouTube. Tamam, it's free. All what you need just to sit down for 15 minutes per day, and you will see yourself after 1 month. You will see a big difference. All what you need just a smartphone and good internet, and you will see it. Tamam? And then let's move to the next one. Oh, we already moved to the next one. So I will turn the comments off again so I can explain, and then back again. Now, those are the items that you can use it in your cooking, after cooking, to eat the food. So the first one on the left, spoon, we say khashuga. 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 So khashuga means spoon, and in Fusha it's mil'aqa. Mil'aqa. Different dialects, they use different words. Khaliji one is khashuga. At least the Emirati one, I'm sure of it, is khashuga. Tamam. So that's why sometimes when we go to the restaurant and we say khashuga to Egyptian waiter, he would say, what? If he's new to the UAE, but after a while he would know, oh, it means a spoon. Okay? So I'm telling you this because when you go to the restaurant, put this in your mind that they might use a different word. And if he didn't know the word khashuga, it means he's new. Knife is sakina. In Fusha, it's sakina with ka, but sometimes in Emirati Arabic we change the J to, the K to ch, like samak to samach. So sakina, we say it in Emirati Arabic, sakina. Tamam? Fork, shoka. 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 Plate or dish, we say sahan. Sahan. Bowl, the one that you put the soup in. Milla. 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 It's a very funny word. It's like fulla. Milla. Some people say mulla, some people say milla. I think most of the people, they say with fatha. Tamam? And then let's put the comments again and check. So you know now, khashuga, shoka, sakina, sahan, malla. Good? So far? A glass, we say glass. We just change the S to be like a thick S. It becomes a glass. Someone is asking how similar Emirati dialect to Saudi dialect. So usually in the Gulf Arabic, it's not the same 100% of course, but I would say like 60 to 70% are the same. Al-Gibesi, you're asking about gebsha. Gebsha is another way to say spoon. I think خاشوقة it's more common, but قبشة, قفشة, both is also part of the Khaliji Arabic. In Farsi we say qashq. I think it comes from Turkish word qashq. I think in Farsi they say khashuq, if I'm not mistaken, but it depends maybe in different parts. Okay, so khashuq, khashuga, gafsha, it's all part of Arabic. Bal, tasa, they use it, but milla, it's more common nowadays. Maybe tasa, it's an old word for the same thing. They call it tasa. Or maybe tasa, it's not for the liquid things. There is some difference, but I'm not sure what. But this is the one that it's general that most of the people they use nowadays. Tamam? Again, last time to repeat the words. خاشوقة, سكينة, صحن, شوكة, ملة. Now if you go to the restaurant and you need spoon or you need fork, try, especially if you're going to Arabic restaurant or you notice that the waiters are Arabs, so try to use your Arabic. The good thing about the Emirati Arabic or Arabic in general, you don't need a lot of words. All what you need just to say أبا خاشوقة. And if you say لو سمحت, like excuse me, will be more than enough. أبا صحن لو سمحت, أبا سكينة لو سمحت, أبا شوكة لو سمحت, أبا خاشوقة لو سمحت. تمام؟ انزين. Now we finished the second one. Let's move to the third one. Tamam. So now more verbs related to the cooking. So ugly, it means I fry. Ugly, I fry. When you fry potato, مثلا أقلي البطاط, أقلي البيض, أقلي الفلافل. تمام? Now the verb أسوي, it means I make. I know that a lot of you also know the word I cook, أطبخ. We use أطبخ maybe 40%, but 60% we use the word أسوي. So if I'm cooking the lunch, I would say I'm making the lunch. أسوي الغداء. أسوي العشاء. I make the dinner. أسوي بيض. It means I make egg. But basically it means I cook. So the word أسوي, which is basically it means I make or I do, we also use it a lot in the kitchen. Okay, I grill is أشوي. أشوي. So maybe sometimes you say it's grilled as an adjective, or like a grilled fish or grilled meat or grilled chicken. So you can say سمك مشوي, دياي مشوي, لحم مشوي. تمام? So أشوي is the verb, so that's why it's I grill. Now I heat is أسخن. أسخن. I heat. أسخن. like أسخن الغداء, أسخن العيش, أسخن البرياني, أسخن الخبز. So you say I heat, أسخن. أقص, it means I cut. أقص. But we have two verbs for I cut. One is أقص and another one is أقطع. So أقص البصل sometimes and we say أقطع. To be honest, I'm not sure the difference between أقص and أقطع. I know in English it has one word, but in Arabic it's two words. But you can use both, أقص or أقطع. تمام؟ We'll learn also more 5 verbs. I peel is أقشر 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 البطاط. أقشر I peel what? البصل if you are peeling the onion. أقشر الثوم. So whenever you're peeling you can say أقشر. أقطع is I chop. Yeah. أقطع which is the same as I cut. أقطع البصل، أقطع البطاط، أقطع الطماط، أقطع الخيار. I mix أخلط when you mix things together. أخلط البهارات ويا بعض. أحط it means I put like أحط ملح I put salt. أحط شكر I put sugar. أحط حليب it's like I add or I put. أجرب it means I try out. So when I try out for example the first time maybe biryani, of course not true but let me say مثلا أبغى أجرب البرياني. I want to try out when you have the taste of it. Okay, or like I'm not sure how what's sometimes my mom would say like I don't know what's the taste, can you try it? So she would use this verb أجرب, but أجرب it means I try but different way, like you try, she tries is a different way, but in general this is how we say. تمام؟ I think it's تمام. Do you have a question so far? عندكم سؤال؟ The lesson should be half an hour, so that's why we have just a few minutes. أحاول yes. I don't know what's a rolling pin do you mean? يعني I don't know. The slides will be like I will save the slides or the entire session on the Instagram itself so you can repeat it and say it again and again. How to pronounce أقص أقص. That one. I don't know what's called to be honest in Arabic. It has a name but I'm not really I'm not a kitchen girl, so I don't know much how to say it in like the name of the items exactly, the small pots or like special pots. So Maysoon, you're asking me I try cooking or I try eating. So basically أجرب it means I try. It's up to you if you want to use this verb with cooking or with eating or with drinking. So أجرب, it doesn't mean I try eating, it means only I try. تمام؟ انزين. Let's move now. This is the slide, I think the last, no, before the last. So if you want to say, is the lunch ready? All what you need to say, الغدا, the name of the meal, الغدا جاهز. Or if you want to say البرياني جاهز, المكبوس جاهز, الدياي جاهز. So جاهز means ready. Is the lunch ready? Basically we're saying the name of the dish and the word ready. تمام? Or sometimes we have another way to ask. So we say استوى العشاء. Sorry, I can't read it. استوى العشاء, which basically is the dinner done? Is it finished? استوى العشاء. So you can say العشاء جاهز, or you can ask استوى العشاء, is the dinner done? So the word استوى is also like from the word أسوي, it is also very common to use it in the kitchen. So مستوي عدل, it means well done. It's the same verb, it's the same word from stewa, but here as an adjective. مستوي عدل, it means well done. Sometimes if it's still يعني raw, it's not well cooked, I can say ما مستوي عدل. ما مستوي عدل, it's like not properly done. مو مستوي عدل. تمام? So you can use جاهز, you can say استوى or مستوي if it's done. In even the way that you want to grill. You know in English you say well done. So in Arabic we don't have the word well done that much in Emirati Arabic, so we use all that most of the time in English, or we can say ما مستوي عدل or مستوي عدل. So عدل it means properly as well. Okay, and the last slide. So you can say مو مستوي, not properly done, or it's not yet, like it's still raw, it's not well cooked. مو مستوي. If it's done and it's tasty, you have two words to say it. You have لذيذ. لذيذ, I think you have the same word in Urdu as well. This is from Arabic, but you say it لذيذ. But in Emirati Arabic, we say لذيذ, لذيذ. Or you can say فنان. فنان. فنان means tasty, it means nice, it means حلو. Or you can also use the word حلو as well for food, like البرياني حلو أو البرياني فنان. تمام؟ All the verbs are in present tense. Most of it, unless I said something different. But the 10 verbs that I gave you in the beginning, it's all in the present tense. Please upload more videos in YouTube. I think I'm enjoying the most Instagram. It's more fun. It's more interactive and it's more. And I think the followers that we have on Instagram are our best followers compared to the other social platforms, compared to TikTok, compared to YouTube and Instagram. بس شي أحبكم. So that's why most of our sessions are on Instagram. فنان also it means artist as well. لذيذ with the, as is written, yeah, already. If you see it in the poster, it's written لذيذ. Okay. So I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lessons and you learn more vocabulary about food. Alhamdulillah, I'm almost with the time, which is a good thing. So I'm not sure what's rolling pin. Shobik? Not sure. What's the difference between two tasty words? They are the same. They are synonym, so it means almost the same. لذيذ you can only use it for food, but فنان you can use it for food and other things. It's like nice, tasty, cool, artist. العفو. So I hope you enjoyed this small lesson, and inshallah I'll see you next week on Tuesday. I will show you what are the sessions inshallah for the next week. If I have it enough with me, it would be great. Otherwise, let me check. What do we have? So let me put. So next week it will be 22 September, yeah? It's mainly a lesson for the doctors and for everyone, like it will be simple thing, not very special, like like special terminologies. It's in general. So I think it should work for everyone. Then we'll learn how to order from restaurant. If you know how easy it is, you start to order inshallah all in Arabic. And in October you have a lesson, like if you have an upset friend, what are the phrases or the words that you need to say, so you can build a new relationship, let me say, in Emirati Arabic, or you have better conversation in Emirati Arabic. Tamam. So already I planned for 4 weeks so far, so hopefully you will have more lessons. We do have upcoming course. This is for the beginners, inshallah. It will be on 24th of October. This is for the intermediate. And this is not. And this is for, no, this is not, it's too early. For A3, but this is for A1 and AB, for beginners and intermediate. Today also we announced for students that we have a voucher, like you can buy it with 550 dirham, but it's worth 1,100 dirham, which means like a full price for the group course. So we are offering this voucher for our students, like people who already are our students now or before, like we are almost now 6 years. So if you were our student in those 6 years, then you are eligible to buy this voucher. If you didn't study with us before, you never been like in a Ramsa courses, then you cannot take this opportunity this time. But inshallah in the future we might have something different. But as appreciation, we know a lot of people, they would like to join our courses, but sometimes the fee is an issue. So at least we always appreciate our students and we always want them back. So this is a small gesture from us to continue your education at this time. Tamam, and thank you very much. We have done with the lesson, we have done with the content. I will stay more for 5 to 10 minutes. I am an intermediate student, so I start with A1 or A2. If you are an intermediate, then you start with a B, B1 or B2. A1, A2, A3, those are the beginner course. But if you would like, but how did you know that you are intermediate? Did you study Emirati before, or you study Fusha before, modern standard Arabic? Even if you are like intermediate in modern standard Arabic, it doesn't mean that you are intermediate in Emirati Arabic. It's two different things. I mean, if you know Fusha, it will be easier for you to learn Emirati, but doesn't mean like you will be intermediate. I have some lessons available in YouTube, like for beginners and intermediate. Try to watch to see yourself. Do you, like when I taught the beginner course, was it too easy for you? It means like, of course you're not a beginner. But if I'm teaching intermediate class and you find it very hard for you, then it means like maybe you are not an intermediate. If you feel like, okay, that's a good challenge for you, then it means you are in the right level. So we do have three levels. Like in each level is 3 courses, like beginners, intermediate, advanced. Most of the people they are in the beginners. A1 is like you first, the foundation. Then A2, then you add more. A3, then it's more. So every time you're learning more vocabulary, more grammar, more phrases. And intermediate, then you start to learn in dialogues. You start to learn advanced, like little bit intermediate grammars. Saha, she's asking what gift for followers from 3 years ago. I mean, the lessons that I give you are already a gift. Before 3 years, there was no live session. There is no, I think, even the YouTube lesson, I don't even post it on Instagram. But now, alhamdulillah. Please do start one branch in Abu Dhabi. I mean, most of our classes now are online because of the current situation. Most of the students and teachers, they prefer online. And we have students from across UAE and from outside UAE as well. So we didn't know that we have that much demand even outside UAE. We usually, before our target students, they were usually people who are in Dubai. But now, يعني alhamdulillah, across all the UAE and outside UAE. Can you please have any WhatsApp group? No, that's very difficult for us. We cannot have a WhatsApp group. I mean, alhamdulillah, يعني gladly we are having thousands of followers, and it's very hard to manage the WhatsApp, and also for the privacy, we don't. This is for the in general, but if you would like to have a private course over WhatsApp, that's possible. That is possible. We teach over WhatsApp for some people. So now I can at least read the comments when it's in the black. Lunch is غدا, and غدا it means tomorrow in Fusha. But in Emirati we say باكر. We say باكر. Someone has asked me how to say boy in Arabic. Please go check the YouTube. Thank you very much, Sahar. مرحبا من باريس. How to say your lunch or your dinner. So, يعني most of the questions that you're asking me, it's a beginner questions. If you have this book, most of the answers like boy, man, lunch, dinner, it's already available in this book. As for me, I'm trying my best to offer as much as I can free content. But يعني because we are growing, because alhamdulillah we are having more followers, it's very hard for us to answer one by one. We're receiving a lot of inquiries like, can you translate this phrase? Can you tell me what's the meaning of this phrase? And it's very hard for us to do this. Like, we need to hire at least 2 teachers just to dedicate to answer those questions. And we already saying like we cannot. So that's why we have more books now for Emirati Arabic to help you as much as you can. This one is almost like an average of $10. 37 dirham, or sometimes if you go to the bookstores it's about 45 or 40, and it has 1,500 words. So at least try to learn the basics. يعني if you know the vocabulary, then it's easy. The more vocabulary, at least you will understand more. So try your best. Like this one is available in Borders, in Magroudi, in Kuniconia, in Dubai, and Abu Dhabi branch. In Al Ain, I think in Maktabat al Maktaba. So you have it, يعني it's around you. If you save 1 dirham per day for 40 days, you should be able to buy this book. It's not about buying the books itself, يعني it's about the money, but it's the knowledge that you want to get. أهلا وسهلا. One place. How to say bon appetit? This is a good question. It's بالعافية. 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 Please tell Khairat to teach sometimes. Khairat, she doesn't like live sessions. She told me, Hanan, I don't want to do it. What did you do to her, guys? No, she said I'm not. Usually she likes more engagement and she likes more interactive sessions. So she's really good in teaching in the classes and online when there is an engagement. But because with the live sessions is usually one side. I mean, we can read the comments, but we can't see people. We cannot hear their voice. So it's not easy for all the people. I thought it's easy because usually I do it. But For I notice for most of the teachers, they don't like to be live. They don't like to be, you know, to have this kind of sessions, and which is something that I respect. They are doing their best, and I'm sure if they can, they will do. But it's a little bit hard. Enjoy your food or bon appetit. We use the same one. بالعافية إن شاء الله. Will I have a certificate after finishing the course? Yes, you will have. We are, Ramsar Institute is a language center certified by or accredited by KHDA, which is part of the Dubai government. So we are giving you a certificate that is accredited by KHDA. Accredited? Yes, accreditation. So if you're going to Benias, I think in Carrefour it's almost over, so that's why we try to offer it in other major bookstores. Try Borders, Megrudi, Kinikonia. We also have delivery, so we can deliver it to you if you would like. We have delivery within Dubai, within UAE. Can you have 2 sessions, one for beginners? It's a little bit will be hard. We do have a lot of teachings, and we have to have. That's why I said at least if I have half an hour per week, but for consistent time, it's much better than I have it 2 times. Then I say, okay, next week I can't make it. So we have this one hadith, I think, or proverb that says like قليل مستمر, like little bit but inconsistently is better than a lot but in parts, or not consistent. Imagine like your brain is like any muscle in your body. Imagine like you go and you train 2 times per week, then after 2 weeks you're not doing anything, then you go again 2 times, and then 3 weeks you're not doing anything. But if you have half an hour or 1 hour 1 week, like 1 time per week, but for 1 year you will have better result. Omelette is omelette. Omelette is omelette. Tamam. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you very much for putting the time to learn and invest in yourself. Learning any language is always a value, and it will help you in different ways. But learning Emirati Arabic, because you are in the UAE, it of course will give you an extra advantage. Sometimes it's not easy to speak. Don't be harsh on yourself. Take it easy, step by step. First learn words, simple words, the words that you need to use it on daily basis, like table, chair, I come, I go, I want, I don't want, I have, I don't have. And then keep learning more and more and more. Pancake is pancake in Emirati Arabic. What's the reply for بالعافية? The reply is Allah يعافيك. Allah يعافيك. I notice some people also they say henny. But as a beginner, you stick to stick to the reply of Allah يعافيك. For a male, Allah يعافيك. For female, Allah يعافيكم. For a group. Tamam? You will find most of the words today available here in this book. This book I published it in 2015, before 5 years, and we almost done with, we have sold about 6,000 copies so far. So try your best to get at least this book. Tamam? What phrase you always say when you start? So what phrase that you always start with your videos? I would say صباح الخير, good morning, or مساء الخير, good evening. إيش حالكم, شخباركم, which means how are you, what's up all of you. And those are the beginner like words that you need to know if you are learning any language, the greetings. I have one lesson available on YouTube called I think first lesson in beginner course A1. It's almost like 2 hours class. It's from Zoom. It's recorded and I publish it on YouTube. To go and see the sample, you will have the basics of those words, the greetings, the thank you, welcome. Tamam? So thank you very much and مشكورين ما قصرتوا يعطيكم العافية واشوفكم ان شاء الله على خير اسبوع الجاي. اشوفكم على خير اسبوع الجاي. يعطيكم العافية، مع السلامة.